See you home.
It's great to have you back! The atmosphere hasn't been nearly the same without your award-winning personality around.
Have you ever watched a romance anime that felt a little too close to real life? Like, instead of giving you butterflies, it makes you reflect on your own relationships, your mistakes, and all those what-if moments that still live rent-free in your head. That is Golden Time. This anime is not just about love. It is about identity, growing up, and figuring out who you really are when life does not go the way you planned. So today I am diving into Golden Time. What makes it unique? What it gets right about love? And why even years after its release it still hits so hard? What Golden Time is about? Golden Time follows Banri Tada, a freshman starting his new life at university in Tokyo. But unlike most anime protagonists, Banri is not a high schooler chasing his first crush. He is an adult, trying to rebuild his life after an accident that left him with memory loss. Soon he meets Koko Kaga, beautiful, dramatic, passionate, and completely unpredictable. Their connection feels instant, but also complicated in all the ways that make you realize this anime is not going to play it safe. From the first episode's Golden Time sets itself apart. It is not about fantasy or over-the-top comedy. It is grounded in emotions we actually recognize. The uncertainty, the fear of being forgotten, the struggle of finding where you belong. Setting and vibe. Most romance anime take place in high school, but Golden Time moves us into college life. And that changes everything. There is more freedom, more chaos, more late-night walks through the city, and more emotional complexity. You can feel the shift. The characters are older. The decisions matter more. The consequences actually stick. The city of Tokyo becomes almost like a character itself, buzzing with possibilities and loneliness at the same time. Every street, every night scene, every quiet conversation under the lights feels intimate and nostalgic. It is that kind of world where love feels magical but also fragile. Characters, flawed, emotional, and real. The characters are what make Golden Time unforgettable. Banri Tada is not your typical protagonist. He is awkward, insecure, and deeply human. His memory loss is not just a plot device. It is a symbol of identity and how fragile it can be. Watching him build a new version of himself while something inside him still clings to the past is both heartbreaking and fascinating. Then there is Koko Kaga, easily one of the most polarizing romance anime characters ever. Some people love her. Others cannot stand her. But that is the point. She is emotional, impulsive, and messy. But she is real. Koko represents that kind of love that takes over your life. The one that scares you. The one that makes you do things you do not fully understand. Her relationship with Banri is not perfect. It is full of jealousy, miscommunication, and vulnerability. And that is what makes it believable. The supporting cast, Mitsuo, Shinami, and Linda, they each bring something different. They represent different ways of coping with love, regret, and self-discovery. Linda especially adds an emotional depth that slowly unfolds as the story progresses. Together they make the world of Golden Time feel alive, like a real group of college students trying to figure out life one mistake at a time. The emotional core, identity, memory, and moving on. What really makes Golden Time stand out is how it uses romance to explore deeper ideas. At its heart, this anime is not just about falling in love. It is about becoming someone new. It is about how memories define us, and what happens when we lose them. Banri's journey constantly asks one question. Are we the same person without our past? Can we love someone new if part of us is still tied to who we used to be? That is heavy for a romance anime, but Golden Time handles it beautifully. It captures that messy and uncertain stage of young adulthood, when you are old enough to know love is not simple, but still young enough to believe it is worth everything. Sometimes the scariest thing is not losing someone. It is losing yourself. Art, music, and atmosphere. Visually, Golden Time is not flashy, but it does not need to be. The animation feels warm and expressive. It focuses on emotion more than action. The music, though, that is where it shines. The opening Golden Time by Yui Horii is catchy and emotional. The background music has a nostalgic tone that fits perfectly during quiet or sad moments. The show balances lighthearted moments with deeper emotions. One minute you are smiling. The next you are sitting in silence thinking about your own life. Why it still matters. Even though Golden Time came out years ago, it still feels relevant. We live in a world where everything moves too fast. Relationships, friendships, even our sense of identity. Golden Time slows it all down. It reminds us that love is not just about big moments. It is about growing, forgiving, and choosing to move forward even when it hurts. It is one of those shows that stays with you because it feels honest. Not perfect, but genuine. So if you are looking for a romance anime that actually feels like growing up, that shows love with all its beauty, confusion, and fear, Golden Time is worth every second. It is not a fairy tale. It is not idealized. It is real. And maybe that is what makes it unforgettable. If you have seen Golden Time, tell me what you thought in the comments. Did you love it? Did it break your heart? Or maybe both? Thanks for watching. If you enjoy deep dives into romance anime, do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.